Welcome back to BNB Spoilers channel. Today we're diving into a brand new breakdown of the latest drama, starting from the end and working our way back to the beginning. Strap in for twists, turns, and a whole lot of speculation. Our discussion might surprise you. Is Bill Spencer secretly orchestrating a grand scheme to ensure Luna Nozawa stays behind bars forever? Rumors have been swirling that he might be pulling strings behind the scenes, reaching out to high-ranking officials to tighten up any legal loopholes that could grant Luna an early release. There's even chatter about him hiring a private investigator who specializes in forensics, hoping to uncover details of Luna's psychological state before and after her alleged crimes. While Bill has typically been the sort of person who'd do anything to protect his family and business empire, this scenario reveals a far more personal motive. A suspicion that Luna may not be as remorseful as she claims. If Bill believes she still poses a threat to the people he cares about, there's a high probability he won't rest until he's positive she can't hurt anyone else ever again. Speaking of Luna, some fans argue she could be the next big troublemaker in town. Essentially a Sheila Carter 2.0 if she manages to slip through the cracks. The speculation is endless. Perhaps she's already masterminding a ploy from within her cell, trying to convince psychiatrists she's on the road to recovery. Could she bribe a guard, or sway a gullible doctor, or even manipulate a soft-hearted judge to grant her a reduced sentence? The storyline possibilities are endless, especially given how so many television characters have survived absurd accidents or legal entanglements that felt impossible to overcome. Imagine Luna feigning a medical emergency to get transferred to a minimal security facility, only to vanish into the night. Far-fetched? Maybe. But in a world where characters survive helicopter falls and improbable encounters in broad daylight, nothing's off the table. On the other hand, there's a whisper that Bill might feel a flicker of sympathy for Luna, despite her alleged crimes. Influential and well-connected, he's used to pulling strings, whether for benevolent or selfish reasons. Could he be weighing the consequences of offering her a chance at redemption? Perhaps Bill sees a fragment of humanity beneath her dangerous exterior and wonders if rehabilitation is possible. After all, Bill's made his own share of questionable decisions in the past, though not to the extreme of murder. A lingering sense of guilt could drive him to consider throwing Luna a lifeline. Alternatively, he might be testing her responses to see if there's any real remorse. Whatever his plan, the tension is high, and the outcome could reshape relationships across town. Meanwhile, Bill's suspicions about Luna's so-called temporary insanity are rampant. He's cornered her about the specifics of how she took down both Tom Starr and Paul Hollis, meticulously combing through her every statement. The real question, is Bill simply gathering enough evidence to bury her case further, or is he genuinely curious about her mental state? Testing her story might help him determine if she's just spinning a web of lies to earn public sympathy, or if there's more to her breakdown than meets the eye. For Bill, it's a chess game. He's positioning his pieces to see how Luna reacts when faced with uncomfortable questions. If she falters, he'll have all he needs to keep her locked away. If her answers sound too convincing, he might probe deeper, searching for cracks in her narrative. All the while, a wave of baffling decisions by multiple characters has added a fresh layer of intrigue to the drama. Behind the scenes, some onlookers are rolling their eyes, labeling the entire fiasco a circus of chaos. Nonetheless, there's a strange magnetism in watching these larger-than-life personalities clash. Why would anyone corner a potentially dangerous person in a dark parking garage, or trust someone with a questionable track record without verifying their story? Perhaps the small circle of friends and foes in this community leads to some questionable choices, or maybe it's the adrenaline rush that keeps everyone on their toes. However you look at it, the chaotic swirl of actions and motives is a spectacle fans can't tear their eyes away from. In the midst of this looming chaos, Will Spencer steps up to play the hero, or tries to, anyway. Electra Forrester's desperate attempt to elude Remy Price sends her darting through a labyrinthine parking garage. Remy, fueled by anger or perhaps a hidden agenda, bellows her name as he closes in. Will hears the echo of his shouts and rushes to intervene, effectively inserting himself into a perilous cat and mouse chase. In that moment, Will knows he might be risking his life, but his determination to protect Elektra outweighs any sense of self-preservation. Their showdown with Remy becomes a tense standoff, with Elektra's safety hanging in the balance. Some observers say it's a risky move that highlights Will's bold but sometimes reckless spirit, while others call it a testament to his unwavering loyalty. But how did it all come to this? Not long ago, Will had seemingly cut ties with Elektra, leaving her jobless and adrift. The rumor mill says he regretted the decision almost immediately. After all, Elektra is not just any employee. She's been integral to certain hush-hush operations. When Will realizes the dire situation she's in, he makes up his mind to track her down. In a dramatic turn of events, he's prepared to tell her she's not fired anymore, hoping it might be enough to get her out of harm's way. Little does he know that Remy Price has other plans. If the stories are true, the confrontation starts in the bustling Il Giardino restaurant before quickly escalating into the dark recesses of a parking structure. For fans watching from the sidelines, the tension is almost unbearable. Now, let's rewind even further to the first spark that set this entire chain of events into motion. Bill Spencer's endless quest for answers about Luna Nozawa's crimes. His obsession with the details, every subtle maneuver, every possible motive, drives him from one clue to the next. As soon as Will learns how entangled Elektra has become in the whole ordeal, he feels compelled to intervene. What begins as a simple fact-finding mission soon morphs into a high-stakes rescue. Will's search leads him to Il Giardino, that elegant but sometimes scandal-plagued eatery, then onward to a dark and foreboding parking structure where his confrontation with Remy unfolds. He's not just looking out for Elektra. He's also defending himself from a violent threat that has grown more dangerous by the minute. And so, the wait is finally over. Will is ready to stand by Elektra's side, no matter the risks.